Good night, good night, good night. Welcome, 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 everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another show. This is Jael Joseph Live. Welcome, everyone. I see lots of folks are joining in, and I love the fact that I see some of you are tagging your peeps. Thank you very much for tagging your people and letting them come through. The place to be is right here at Jael Joseph Live. We have an exciting show for you. We have an interesting show for you here this evening. Are you guys ready? You guys are ready? Are you guys ready? Let me know where you locked in from. Let me know where you tuned in from. We're getting ready to start off the show. Those of you who are locked in on YouTube, those of you on Facebook. My LinkedIn folks are not logged in today because LinkedIn just trying to have me untidy. Like when I try and log in, it will just give me some kind of problem. I don't understand. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But good evening to those of you on YouTube. Good evening to those of you on Facebook. Good evening to those of you on Jael Joseph Live, Jael Joseph, Black Island Girl. What's up, guys? Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you very much for joining us here. You could be anywhere in the world, but you choose to be right here with me. And for that, I appreciate you. And thank you very, very, very much for joining us. We're getting ready for the Dominican Improv group because they're going to be joining us. Dominican, not from the Dominican Republic. They're like from the Nature Island. It's 767. All right, 767. They're improv group. We're gonna learn a little bit about them, what they do, who they are. What the hell is this improv thing about? We're gonna find out all about them. I'm so excited to have them on the show. And one of the things I want to always big up because I see these faces regularly. You know, I see them very regularly. You know, they're doing their art. They're doing their Y2 Circ, they're part of it. They're like all of their work. I don't know. Sometimes you makes you think, is it the same group? Or is it like a subsection of the section? You remember that? The subsection in the section? They're all like subsections in the main section. But it's always so good to interact with them, always so good to have them on the show. Drop your flags. Let me know where you're logged in from. I want to shout you out. I want to hail you up. I want to let you know what's up. Tonight's no makeup time. It's one of those. It's a no makeup night. I feel like giving my skin some breathing time. So tonight is a no makeup night, and but I'm happy to be on here with you guys. I'm happy to be joining you on wherever you're locked in. Black Tad, what's up? Good evening. Welcome to the show. Folks are sending me messages on WhatsApp. Send me a message on send a message on WhatsApp on my brother. Like, my WhatsApp is not even supposed to be activated now. Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much. Drop your flags. Let me know where you're locked in from. And welcome to the show. I don't want to waste time. I don't want to waste their time. I want to find out so much. I want to find out everything about them. Everything there is to know about them. And I want to welcome them onto the show for the very first time. Welcome Mission Improv to the show. Hello.
Hey.
So Shante, man, are you singing a song? What song we singing tonight? Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us, Jael. We're very happy to be here.
Well, so far I'm not hearing the feedback, so I think we're good. Until we hear the feedback, So we're sounding good. So far, so good. Guys on the outside, let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear. We're sounding good. And I'm happy to have you guys. Welcome to the show. It's good. Some familiar faces. One to your hand back there. You broke your hand?
I did. I literally did. I literally broke my hand. I did. I was doing a thing, and it didn't quite go the way I wanted it to. And things happen. Things just happen.
Edward, you're not 10 anymore. Like, when are you gonna learn that you're not 10?
First of all, I didn't break my hand when I was 10. And second of all, maybe I am 10. You don't know. Did you just guess my age? That's rude. What is this? I feel like
Welcome every single one of you. It's good to have you. I'm picking on Edward because I'm most comfortable with Edward in the entire group. I mean, I know a few of the faces. I'm familiar with a few of you. But I really I've known Edward since before COVID times. Yes, that's when we met. And so I'm very comfortable with Yes, yes. So tonight we have you guys. You call yourselves Mission Improvable, and you have an upcoming show that's called Anansi versus Tiger, which is an epic battle of improvision that's happening on August the 22nd at the UE Auditorium. I'm looking forward to that. I definitely want to be there. And you guys gonna be performing. I might, and we really want to show your support, but I really want to get to know a little bit about you, who you are. So firstly, I already spilled the beans on who Edward. Like everybody knows Edward. Edward's been on my show. Edward is like your third appearance on my show, right?
That seems about right.
Sherry's been about thrice.
I should just
He does a lot of cool things.
Clear out that. Let everybody else do.
There's no door there, by the way. There's an improvised door on that
really? But I would like you guys to introduce yourselves. Tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do. And I'll start from, we'll start from the left, right, left. Yes, we start here. Oh, come on.
I don't think we're sure.
With the person with the white shirt then. How about that?
Okay. Hi, I'm Bridget Joseph. I'm a member of the improv group. I'm quite new. They don't think I'm new, but I've been with them only 6 months. So I still feel new. Yeah. Has it really been 6 months? Yeah. So
why did you decide to join this group?
Okay. From the moment I saw those lovely weirdos on the beach doing some really cool scenes and just being themselves and creating these really funny improv scenes, I was like, that looks really cool. I know nothing about improv, but I would love to learn. And I just really fell in love with everything we do and everything I've learned from this cohort. Yes.
Wonderful.
So I'll stop you already. I'm sorry.
Okay, we're going to the back. Sandra will take you last. Let's go to the back. So,
sure. My name is Jael. I joined in May, even earlier than Bridget. Yeah.
Why did you join? I mean, you want to make me ask, why did you join? Like, you just have to tell me.
Well, I didn't want to cut you off, I joined for the social interaction. I met them at the circus. They had a workshop there, and I thought these were really creative people. They were funny, even funnier than me. So I just wanted to be among the group, and I've been enjoying it so far.
Wonderful. And the person with the broken arm?
My name is Edward Collins. I'm a visual artist full time, and did we start? Was I here when we started?
Almost. Moshe's the only one that was there when we started.
Got you.
You started with the improv beginner course last year.
I started with the improv beginner course last year, as it seems. And I've just been having a blast just making stories up with my weird friends, and it's been awesome.
Wonderful. I love that you call them weird. You guys call each other weird.
We're weird central. That's how we are.
This is exactly where it's at.
Next, Edward.
Yeah, I'm Indisa. A lot of people know me as Tisha, though, so I'm gonna say that as well. I think I have no idea when I came in. I feel like a baby here.
After the festival, so June.
Wow.
June. Yes.
June.
Hasn't been too long. I got dragged along with a friend, and I just love the energy. And it's a great space to just get my really weird thoughts out. I have a lot going on in my mind, and I never thought I could feel normal. But
y'all make me scared. Like, am I like, because y'all saying weird thoughts, and I'm like, should I be worried? Like, is the police gonna come for me and say, like, Jill, you're promoting like weirdness and weird thoughts?
Oh,
if they come for you, it'll be your own fault, and you don't get to put that on us. I will say
that wasn't going to be where I was going to go. I was going to say,
wow, Edward. Like, I have a public persona that I'd like to maintain. Can you not take? Okay, take cues. I'm not.
I'll explain the weird in a second.
I'm not asking you any more questions, Edward. You are dismissed.
Wow. Has anyone ever gotten dismissed from Jael Joseph Live?
No. Okay, and the next guy up in the front.
Hello, I am David Valerie, more commonly known as Mosh Black, a music artist. I was here since the beginning of the group, the forming, and I've been here since.
Why did you join?
Why did I join? Well, I heard about improv. I've seen improv online before, and I thought this was really cool. And so when I found out that we were gonna start it, planning to start an improv class, I was like, I have to get into this. And since that first class, I've been hooked.
Wow, it sounds like the place to be hooked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like helpless little fish.
Yeah. I feel like I need to. Right. My name's Sonia, and I was sort of the one that started this, but on behalf of, on request of other people. Basically, most of us are members of the Waitukubuli Artists Association. We're actually officially a subgroup of Waitukubuli Artists Association. They're great. And someone in the group chat of WOW, which has a lot of really cool things going on and lots of very creative people, someone was like, hey, anybody here know improv would be cool to like get something going? And I was like, well, I've done 6 years of improv and I'm kind of missing doing anything. So we started with a workshop. And workshop had Mosh and 6 other people in it. And then we did that for a little while. And then we decided, well, to give people something to work towards, we did a 10-week course, basically 10-week beginner improv course from 0 to stage in 10 weeks. And then we did that, which was cool. And then we basically kept getting more people. So now that we have some people that have done this for a long time and some people that are brand new, we can essentially fold the things you have to learn with lots of fun practice. So now it's a lot easier. But I feel like I have to come back to the whole weird and hooked situation before some people in the comments are like, oh my God, I don't think these people are like things we should watch. We should let our kids watch. When we say weird, what we really mean is improv is basically a place to play. And the core principle of improv is that all of us, all humans, are very, very creative. And we are at our most creative when we're like 4 or 5. And then most of the time what happens is we grow up and we're told that we're not supposed to be wondering whether the sky could be purple if things were a little different. And we're not supposed to be thinking about whether or not there are indeed flying elephants. And we are basically, we're forced into just behaving in the way that normal adults are supposed to socially behave. And most of us are getting decently good at that. But that doesn't mean that
the expectation of what normal is.
Exactly. Yes, which is very narrow if we're being honest, right? Yeah.
What really is normal though?
The kinds of things that you're supposed to be doing to have fun are incredibly limited. And there's so many other ways to have fun. So improv is basically a way to have fun by just letting your creative inner child play, more or less. It's not even so much childish. A lot of the scenes we do are not childish at all, to be full on prefacing that. But what it is you're basically tapping back into that creativity that you don't get to use in most of your normal adult life. And what that ends up being is a lot of stories that kind of look weird to people on the outside. And a lot of the exercises we do are kind of weird on purpose so that essentially you can shake off all of those very stiff masks and the corporate behavior and the handshakes and the Mr. and Mrs. and all of those kinds of things. And you essentially just get to go with whatever comes to your mind first. We do a lot of exercises to get in touch with intuition and to deal with emotions differently than adults.
Somebody messaged me and tell her to slow down. She's talking too fast.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let me tell you, you spitting lightning.
Yes, I apologize.
Get on, because we want people to understand, because and get a gist of exactly what you do and what it entails. So take us, because I only now saw the message because I'm not paying attention. I'm not supposed to be paying attention to my phone because I'm in a conversation, right? So essentially, take us back to where you said you started talking about the fact that people expect us to be normal and people expect things to be normal, and it's more being more like childlike, but not exactly like children. Because I want you to explain exactly what improv is, like in that entire process. While you're explaining it, tell me, give me the gist of what it is.
Yeah, that's useful. Great. So improv, basically improvised theater is the full name, right? What it means is we make plays. Most of them are comedy plays. Sometimes there's a drama in between. and they are completely made up on the spot. So we don't have a script, we don't have props, we don't have costumes, and we go on the stage with absolutely nothing. And then we ask the audience for suggestions, such as, what location is this scene taking place at? Or can you give us a physical object to inspire a scene, or something like that? And then we make a story on the spot with nothing. Then there's some ways that we essentially make it harder for ourselves, and we can demonstrate that in a bit if you'd like. But that's sort of how it works. Does anybody who has a
it's kind of like you watch Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yes.
Yes.
It's that style of improv.
So that is one of my favorite shows. So can I play like Alicia's role? Like, can I be her? Like, I want to be her, you know?
Still well enough to know who Alicia is, but if you want
Well,
to tell
she's
us
the one that pulls the cards and gives them the cues to start.
awesome. Yes, please.
So, so we'll have a little moment. I do love that. Okay, so now that we know a little bit about it, what made you want to bring improv to Dominica? Like, what was the purpose? Because you say you are a subgroup out of the YT, out of what White Triple Art Association, and I know WA is involved in so many things. Y'all are always so super busy. If it's not an art show, if it's not a gallery, if it's not a production, if it's not a painting somewhere, if it's not and then there's Y2 Cirque, which is another sub section in the section. I don't know. I just like saying that, subsection in the section. They're always so busy, you know, they're doing stuff, the circus and stuff. What made you want to bring improv now? Why now, and why improv to Dominica?
I don't really think of myself as bringing improv to Dominica, and I think that would be wrong to put it like that, because it's more or less just it's an art form that everybody could probably enjoy, if only essentially there was somewhere to go and do it. I guess the reason we started is I had essentially joined WA after a couple of years here. Well, you've probably guessed by my accent, I'm not originally Dominican. I grew up in Europe. I've done a lot of improv, performing arts, singing, musical theater, that sort of stuff, and also 6 years of improv spread across different countries and different groups. And had kind of been sitting here basically waiting to find people to do cool things with. Or I joined two series singers who are lovely and very great. But they're basically more of a cultural traditions group, if that makes sense. And what I was kind of missing is, but I want to make things. And WA is the place where you find people that make things. But WA was initially very much a group focused on visual artists and on sculptors, a couple of photographers, videographers, and it was branching out and looking for essentially people to do other forms of art. Now we have a couple of musicians, and we have Y2 Cirque, who've brought the whole range of circus arts, and they're absolutely amazing. And more or less, someone was just like in the chat, hey, anybody here has any improv experience? And then we basically got together and we were like, we're just going to hold an improv workshop and see who turns up. And that happened. And then we did that a few times. And what we found is, I think that, improv feels like a place for people to go who want to have a great time with creative people without alcohol or drugs involved, without loud music. Mm-hmm. Engaging their brains, but in a way that doesn't feel like it's competitive, right? Because you have social activities like the chess club or so, which is great, but it very much means you have to work your brain. And in improv, you kind of have to work your brain, but it is playful. You're basically just like coming up with whatever comes up. So I think it feels a niche is sort of where I'm trying to get to. But
yes.
How does that look from people?
Anybody else wants to add to that? I see you looking up.
No, I mean, it's very well put. It's really just a creative space that we've made for each other, and where you can come and engage that part of yourself that a lot of people lose kind of growing up and going into the corporate world, as she very rightfully said. This way that we've all convinced ourselves that we have to be this very like stilted, like, oh, I'm a man and that means this thing and that thing. For 5 minutes at a time, you can kind of let that go and get back into the flow of just like, okay, I'm just reacting to this thing that's happening. And it's beautiful and it's funny and it's a joy to participate in and to watch, like, at any point.
I will say that this is half the magic that is our improv group. It's a really upbeat and positive place where everybody brings out the best in each other.
Thank you for sharing that. How many people in the group in total? Like, how many of you are?
A lot. Like yesterday, we couldn't fit properly into Yui's small classroom. But it fluctuates a lot because, as you said, a lot of people are very busy. We do have some overlap with Y2 Circ. I would say probably 10 actively, constantly rehearsing, and probably somewhere between 15 and 20 that show up every now and again when they find time.
Is it something that anybody can join? Like, what?
We love people to join us. Just like why we'd like you to be at least 16. That's just so we can make sure that the safeguarding stuff is all okay. But yeah, if you're over 16 and you can be in Roseau on Monday evening, 6 to 8 p.m. and or Saturday afternoons, 3 to 5 p.m. We have 2 slots deliberately because some people can only make Saturdays and some people can only make Mondays. So that's all good. You don't miss anything if you can only make one a week. But yeah, anybody that has time at those times and wants to try that out, we would absolutely love to see you. Probably at the moment, it's better if you join after the next show because the next few sessions will be very focused on us prepping for the show. And if you're coming in as a beginner, it'll all just feel like, whoa, I don't even know what's going on. But yes, if from September you're looking for something new to try, we'd absolutely love to see people.
Wow, wonderful. Can you share with us probably a moment that made you think that improv really belongs here in Dominica? Am I giving you guys an improv moment?
Yes.
Yes. I think it's not really a moment. It's more a kind of tendency that I've observed. I feel like in the beginning, we were making a lot of stories that I think must have been on people's minds at the time. In the beginner course, for some reason, we kept having love triangles. You remember? Yes. There were so many love triangles. I don't know why we kept making love triangle stories. Anyways, that was on people's minds, and we kind of we found resolutions for all of them, and that's fine. But it now very much feels like we're not like we've left that little corner of what occupies people's minds, and we have on occasion there's obia men or sukuyas that show up, and we have scenes that are set in completely different spots. Then we have a scene in the desert one of these days. We had a scene in a beehive, so you can literally be anywhere. But I think the main thing that kind of makes me think this belongs here is really just I do not know another place that you can access easily and cheaply here locally where you can feel safe in exploring ideas that you haven't shared with other people. And that's maybe because I really don't have a strong network here as most other people. But it feels like most groups are kind of built around either the idea of performing, and that comes with an expectation that you should know already. And like you're kind of getting whipped into shape more or less in some ways so that you can fulfill someone else's expectations for what they want to see on a stage. Or it's a place where you can let yourself go, but then it usually involves quite a lot of substances and not necessarily very kind or thoughtful interactions with the people around you. So that's sort of how I think about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Anybody else?
Okay. A moment for me was quite recently when we had a full room. I walked in and there was so many of my peers and different people, different ages. And it was really beautiful to see a lot of people come alive, playing different characters and embodying different roles, some of which we never play out in our real lives. And just, it's really, improv is a very, I would say, cathartic experience because you really release a lot of emotions. You really have to, because a lot of things Sonia always says is when you play an improv scene, make your emotions really big and bring out like the extreme. And so it can be really cathartic to just play out a lot of different emotional scenes. Like we said, we have a lot of triangles. We have a lot of scenes playing out cheating and divorce. And we also the other side of it too, where friendships.
People love relationships. Relationships are saucy.
Yeah. And it's interesting to play stories about it.
Yeah. But we also have the other side. It's not just arguments and you stole my sandwich and kill the person over random things. There was
Today,
yes,
yeah.
but there's also like lots of scenes with like resolution and finding peace with your long lost father and stuff like that. It's really beautiful. Yes.
Oh wow. Anybody else wanted to add?
Yeah, I wanted to say, well, a moment, right? When I realized, I realized this one time that there's a lot of different people with a lot of different ideas that they don't feel comfortable just sharing outside. But with improv, you can just make a whole world out of it. And it's not one moment, it's multiple moments when I'm seeing the other members bringing out these things that I have never thought of, right? And it just I think you get the idea.
Yeah. One other thing I feel like we should add, this is less about belonging in Dominica, but we're kind of talking about the benefits it brings to the people in it. We've had several people that have come in and you could like barely hear them. Like they were shy to the extent that like I wasn't quite sure I could understand them at all. They were like talking very much like this and you didn't know what they were saying. This is basically like the vibe some of them came in with. But then apart from doing actual improv scenes and stuff, one of the things that we practice a lot is projecting and basically safely speaking confidently and loudly. And for some people that took a lot more work, and for some people it came a little easier. But all of those people that I couldn't understand on their first lesson when they came into improv, they're now standing there shouting across the entire UE courtyard. And I'm like, I didn't know you could do that. You didn't know you could do that. But here we are anyways. And
You can't shut them up, eh?
Yeah, they're approaching all of their normal life with a level of like just, oh yeah, no, I'm speaking like this because I know I have something to say. Because in the improv session, that is what we're being taught.
What are the age? You said the age group you could be 16 and above to join you. You mentioned that, right? Okay,
Yes.
so 16 and above. Somebody was asking. So now it brings me now to the part where we want to know about your upcoming show. So you have an upcoming show called Anansi versus Tiger, an epic battle of improvisation. Tell us a little bit about your upcoming show.
You want to explain that? No? Okay. You want to? Right. Okay, cool. Right. Sorry, we're just making sure everybody gets their turn. But hey, people are making me talk, so I'm sorry.
Next time I'll call them out. I'll call them out and ask for the rest.
Great. Love that.
Because to let you all know, I will call people out.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, we've had quite a few performances, but they've usually been guest appearances at other people's shows. Which has been good for, I think, everyone involved because this is a new art form. So no one really knows what it is. And if you just saw a flyer about something that you had no idea what it was, you wouldn't necessarily go, I think. So we've performed at Rhythm and Rhyme and Expression at Katai a few times, which was fun. And then we were at the White to Cirque Festival, where we met a whole bunch of people that we otherwise would have never met. So this is our first solo show. So this is just improv, a whole night of just improv and just us, which will be really fun and pretty exciting for all of us. And basically the way we've decided to set it up is we're localizing it again by setting the whole thing up as a game show between two teams representing Anansi and Tiger. So we're going to have I think we have 7 performers plus 2 hosts, so split that across 2 teams. And the aim of the game is basically we are going to figure out whether Team Anansi or Team Tiger are the better improvisers, and the audience will get to decide that at the end of the night. So that's how that show's going to run. Yeah, putting an end to the never-ending rivalry between Anansi and Tiger.
I was about to ask you, like, why did you choose Anansi and Tiger for the battle?
We were looking at ways of basically making it seem like we weren't just importing whose line is it anyway. Because we're not. A lot of the games we play, actually, we have kind of made or adapted in our own way. Sorry, when I say games, actually, we haven't really explained that. But I mentioned that improv is making things up on the spot. But the way we actually end up doing improv is we're making it harder to make a story make sense on the spot by adding in things like, I wanted us to do potentially the emotional roller coaster in which 2 people play a scene that has to make sense based on a one-word suggestion from the audience. But on random points during the scene, someone from the side shouts, and this character is now angry. This character is now sad. This character is now hopeful. And they have to essentially immediately take on that emotion and continue the scene with that emotion. So that's one way we make it harder. We have other games where we, for example, first play a scene a normal way, but then we repeat it, but we kick one of the actors out, and the other people that remain in the scene have to say the lines and do the actions by essentially jumping from person to person. There's essentially loads of different ways that we are doing stories, but we're making it deliberately harder. But where was I going with this? Yes, so a lot of those formats we have made for ourselves and have, and you won't have seen them on Whose Line Is It anyway. But we essentially wanted to make sure that it felt like this is a homegrown show, because it is, and everyone here in it has built it with the ideas that they had. This isn't just like me walking in and being like, this is what we're doing. More things on Anansi and Tiger?
You mentioned, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, more specifically, why we chose Anansi and Tiger. We wanted something that would appeal to the largest crowd without people necessarily having a problem with that. Yeah. So we looked to folklore, and we had to be very careful there. And then we thought of Anansi and the Tiger. It's something that most people can recognize, and we thought that would help them relate to the show.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. One of the things you said, and for me, like, I guess my understanding of improv, because I've never actively participated, but I've just always been intrigued by it, is the fact that you mentioned rehearsing. How do you rehearse for something that has no script? Like, how exactly do you go about that? Edward, since I put you outside, I'm bringing you back in.
Thank you so much. It's been so cold out here. In essence, we just run through the rules of the game that we're playing. Okay, so for example, one of my favorite games is the soundtrack game, right? Where you're going through a scene. So you're going to try to make a scene, you and another person. You're going to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. You want to establish your characters, to establish your settings in what they say and the way they speak, establish your relationships. And by the end, by let's say the 5-minute mark, you want to have come to a relatively satisfying conclusion. Somebody gets their comeuppance, somebody leaves a person who was cheating on them, whatever, what have you, right? Now, in this particular version of the game, as you're playing the scene out, there's a soundtrack in the background that's changing that you're gonna have to adapt your scene to. So maybe in 1 second you're like, it's this epic, like I'm walking up a hill and it's the middle of 300 and it's bom 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 bom, and then all of a sudden the music changes to like 40s vaudeville and you just have to kind of make it work. It is it's so much fun. So how we practice is that we play different scenes with those rules established, and we kind of just get better at playing off of each other and at bringing those rules into the space of like creating the scene as we're going along.
Yeah, but before we even get to practicing any scenes, we also go through a number of different games where we try to clear our minds and to be present, because a lot of being able to improvise is to be able to think on the spot and to be able to think quickly, and that involves being present and in the know. So one of my favorite games we play is word associations, where you just say the first word that comes out of your mind. And a lot of times we say a lot of inappropriate things, but that's fine. Half the time what comes out, and then we eventually get into the mood of being present and being able to, I guess, connect with each other to be able to play a good enough scene and to be able to have that rapport.
There are actually also skills that make up improv. So people basically just think, oh, it's just saying whatever comes, like whatever you want to. But that is not going to mean that you make a story that makes sense. And that usually actually means that you working together with a partner is really difficult. So we do specific exercises that target things like listening to your partner. That target things like, vocal technique and projection. If we're going to play a 2.5-hour show, and we want to be understood with every word we're saying, we need to practice how we're going to do that safely vocally. I'm a singing teacher too, so I make them do a lot of vocal stuff. And then we practice things like working with objects that are not there. Because on an improv stage, you have nothing, but in the scene, you may want to establish that you're in a kitchen. So you may want to lean on a counter that's not there. You may want to open a microwave, all those kinds of things, right? So we practice that stuff. We practice handling emotions. We practice handling characters. We do a lot of practice.
Edward, you're distracting. Edward is distracting.
That is actually also something we practice because on an improv stage, most likely, I mentioned we performed at places like Katai or at a festival with loads of kids. There will always be things that happen around you, and your job as an improviser is to stay locked into exactly what you are doing with the person you are doing it, no matter what the other people are doing. Yeah. So yes, this was totally on purpose.
Yes.
Right.
Wonderful. How do you deal with blank mind moments on stage? I want Mosh.
By trusting your partner.
Yes, that's a good answer.
Because you're making a scene with someone else, and if you see someone it's like their mind has come blank or they're not sure what to say, you build in the scene with the person, you help them out either by saying something or adding to it, and the same for them likewise with you.
Wonderful. I wanna ask a few questions around the group and your dynamic.
Sure.
So who's probably most likely to make the others break character and laugh on stage? Was it the person in the room? Edward? Go figure. Edward? How do you guys build trust and chemistry as a team? Because you mentioned that, trusting your partner, but how do you know that you trust your partner in that moment?
Okay, I'll go because I think I kind of struggle with this a little bit. Yeah. So obviously, as we practice a lot more and we get in tune with each other, you figure out how your partner's style, basically, their humor style. A lot of us in here have more mature humor. A lot of us have very elementary humor, and so it's figuring out how to work with it. Some of us are very witty and just learning how to play off of that. Some of us are very, very good with world building and coming up with basically these elaborate plots on the spot, and you just go with it because sure, you're running the scene, I'll just follow along, and it works. It have different styles of people, and some people, they are very good at following different body language and cues, and it's just with practice you learn the individual and how to play along with them.
Yeah.
So
the more you practice, the better you get and the more you trust.
I want to know about being able to, like, what happens when a joke or a scene doesn't land?
Then you carry on. That happens pretty frequently.
Yeah.
Really?
Because so the thing is, people think, especially improvised comedy, and I think that is because they've watched a lot of American comedy. And American comedy and American humor is very particular, and it appeals to Americans. What you never want to do as an improviser is go into that scene thinking, I want to be funny. This is my objective. Because you're absolutely going to fail. That's not going to work. There's no way that you're going to stand on that stage thinking, what's the funniest thing to say now? And just say that, and that lands. That's never how actually true humor is created. True humor is created by staying true to whatever the scene is and then going with the random things that we throw in it. One of the games that we play that people love the most is called Lines from a Hat, where essentially we ask the audience to write little lines or sentences or phrases or bits of their favorite movie or favorite songs. They write them on little pieces of paper and we put them all in a hat. And then we play scenes with two improvisers where at random points they have to pick up a line, read it, and use it straight away. And what that does is, obviously, it's not going to make sense in this scene. That is the whole point. You may have just established that you're a couple on their first date or whatever, and that's the scene that you're playing, and you're pulling out a line, and the line reads, Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for... That literally can happen, right? which has happened. And then you have to go with that. But you just laughed because that was funny. But I would have, had I tried to set that up in some way, that would have just been corny, right?
Yes.
So a lot of improv actually, the fun is in you struggling and the audience seeing that.
And the responsibility, right?
Yeah.
Kind of reacting to all that. Yeah.
Are you guys gonna do a little something for us?
Yes.
Yes. And
I'll put the
Yes.
spotlight.
Yes.
I can even take myself out. I'll put the spotlight on just you guys, so you alone are on screen.
Yeah.
All right.
Amazing. Cool.
Cool.
Shall we play
So-
some emotional roller coaster?
Yes.
So that is a game that we mentioned a little earlier, which basically involves two improvisers who, in this case, I'm going to move and I'm going to pretend I'm not there. Two improvisers who are playing a scene together, and at random points in time, actually, Jael, we may need you for a minute. At random points in time, I'm going to assign an emotion to these people. Can we get from you, Jael, to start off the scene? Can we get a physical object to inspire the scene?
Cell phone.
A cell phone.
phone.
Great.
Okay.
We are going to see a scene about a cell phone in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, can I borrow your phone for a minute?
You want to borrow my phone?
Yeah.
You always borrow my phone.
No, I don't.
Why don't you get your own phone?
My phone's literally dead. Can I just please
So
borrow
why
your
don't you
phone?
charge it? Why is always my phone?
Jeremiah
you
is
could ask to
sleepy.
borrow a charger.
Are you good?
Bridget's feeling silly.
I just need your phone, okay? Doesn't matter what for. Just hand it over, please.
I lost my phone last night.
Jeremiah's feeling sentimental.
Last night when I was going for a walk, because this was the anniversary that my dad died.
Bridget's surprised.
Your dad
and-
died? I thought I saw him last week.
Oh, that's my stepdad.
You didn't mention this to me. I thought I knew you more than that.
Jeremiah is hopelessly pressed.
I thought I knew myself more than that.
Bridget's
I-
feeling mean.
I'm sorry.
Look, I don't care if your dad died, your stepdad died, your dog died. Just, can I please borrow your phone?
Sure. Here's my phone.
Thank you.
And scene.
Oh my god!
It is called emotional roller coaster for a reason.
oh, wow.
Oh my god! My wife falls asleep.
You're good.
All right, that was good. That was good. I want another one. Another one. Can I get another one?
Right, let's
Get some of your
So you want to play New Choice?
Sure.
Right. Okay. So New Choice is a game in which two people shall be playing a scene. Actually, let me get out of here so I'm not like awkwardly. So New Choice is a game in which two people, which shall be Jael and Edward, are going to be Jael and Edward are going to be playing a scene together. And at random points in time, I'm going to clap and say New Choice. At that point, whatever the last thing they said, they have to repeat it, but with the opposite meaning. For example, if Edward just said,
I have never done that.
no choice.
I do that all the time.
So that's how it works, basically. And they have to still keep the scene going and make sense of whatever it is that they are doing. Even though, yeah, we're going to make it a little harder.
Just so many wrenches in the machinery. Love it.
Yes. Can we, to start the scene off, can we get a location where the scene may take place?
By the river.
By the river.
All
We're
right.
going to see New Choice by the river in
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Dog, what are you doing?
Trying to make the food, dog. What are you doing?
I'm trying to motivate you.
New Choice.
I'm obviously complaining because the food not ready.
Okay, the food would be ready if you were helping me. Where's the fig I asked you to peel 5 minutes ago?
Listen, we're gonna take an hour to boil. Me helping not gonna make it boil faster.
You helping would do it. You know what? That's as good a point as I've ever heard it.
New Choice.
That's not a good point at all. Help me peel the fig because I only have one hand and I have to use it to stir the pot.
Dog, okay. I will peel the fig, but you have to get the food ready. No, I'm hungry.
Okay, I cannot make the food appear ready before it's time. You check? The food need love. The food need patience.
The food needs to be ready. You should have done this. Oh my God, I cannot. I can't do it with you.
Good choice.
Dog, I'm sorry. You know, I just get hungry. When I get hungry, I real mad. You know already.
What's that?
Yeah.
I was Snickers. You're not yourself when you're hungry.
Oh my God.
Unseen.
Dog. Then you remember what to say. Dog. Oh my God, this is good. I don't know. Do you guys want to give us another one to let somebody else try? And then I think this is gonna be a really good show. I'm excited already.
Yeah. What can we play that doesn't need space? Anyone got ideas? Or the soundtrack is heavy.
We could try the soundtrack in this a little bit of setup.
That's gonna be very hard for them to
fair
hear.
enough.
What else can we play that is
Freestyle.
I guess
Yes, we're gonna play freestyle, which is the absolute favorite thing. We just need a little bit of space. Help me get the chairs away. Right. So the way freestyle works. Ooh, this is fun. I'm gonna put the camera slightly up. So the way freestyle works is there will be two people on stage at any point in time, and it's very much based on essentially physical movements. So the first two people are going to start a scene from a random movement. After that, they're going to be very short scenes. We essentially clap at a point in time, and the next person is sent in. Now that next person will have not seen or heard the previous scene, and they essentially have to replace one of the people that has been in the previous scene based on whichever physical position they're currently in, and then start a new scene with whatever they thought was going on. So it's basically the equivalent of flipping through your TV channels. It'll all make sense in a minute. Can I get two improvisers to start, please? Yay. And we're going to see freestyle in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
This, a knife.
A knife.
This, a fork.
Fork.
You know what this does?
Are we gonna have a meal?
No. A meal? This is for stabbing into sockets. You never tried electrocuting yourself? No?
So which one is the strawberry ice cream again, young man?
They're both strawberry,
Okay.
but the strawberry on this one is bigger,
Uh-huh.
and the strawberry on this one is smaller. You
Okay.
like strawberries, right?
Yes, I love strawberries.
Okay, so if you just take this one,
Uh-huh.
yes,
Okay.
and that'll be $100.
$100?
Yes.
No, I don't have $100 for you. No, sorry.
Whoa. Don't touch me. Like, hello? Do I know you?
You look like you had nice skin.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't like being touched by randoms. Could you not? I'm just trying to get
Okay. Sorry. My name is Abunga.
Abunga.
Yes. Amuga John.
Abunga John, Buga Sugar. Can I please pass, please? You're scaring me.
So now that you know my name, we're not strangers anymore, right?
I guess.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you. I do.
Why are you on the knee then?
We're doing things differently, dog.
Oh yes. I can't believe you said yes.
I would always say yes to you, dog.
Okay. Now I'm moving into your house, right?
Huh?
I'm moving into.
Okay. We have to hold it in here.
Yes.
And if we hold our hands very tightly,
Mhm.
then the nuclear energy in this diamond cannot escape.
Yes.
And then we keep the world safe like that.
How long do we have to hold this for?
Until they figure out a way of doing it without our hands, which might take several years.
Well, I don't want to be stuck to you for 7 years.
You don't? But I thought this would be, a really cute way of, getting to know each other. We literally can't go anywhere. What's your favorite color?
Blue.
Oh, really? Like a light kind of blue or like a dark kind of blue?
Dark blue.
Like the diamond.
Like the diamond.
I like it. See, it was meant to be. We were meant to be stuck to this diamond forever.
You know what? You're right. It wouldn't be blue otherwise, would it be?
It wouldn't.
It was literally my favorite color. Yeah.
You mean so much to me. And I want you to know there's no hard feelings. I just have to break up with you. I found someone else who means even more.
You found someone! Oh, God!
Okay, that was horrible. I'm sorry.
No! They're breaking up is a horrible idea! We are meant to be together!
Oh, God.
Who's this other person, anyways?
I can't tell you that. You're gonna hunt her down. And
Yes.
You're gonna. Oh God.
I will absolutely hand her on, because what on earth is her right to come in between this 3.5-year relationship after we've booked a holiday together?
Relationship. You've just been telling me what to do the whole time, I'm sick of it.
I thought you liked a bit of direction in your life.
Just because I didn't say anything doesn't mean I need it.
You not saying anything meant I had no way of knowing it was a problem.
You're right.
And scene.
Oh my God. You guys are crazy.
So now this is what we do when we practice.
Wow. This was wonderful. Good job, guys. Good job. Give them a round of applause. Those of you in the chat, give them a round of applause. That was really good. Are you gonna bow?
Really well.
Wow.
Amazing.
So the show is happening on August the 22nd.
22nd of August at 6 p.m. at UE at the auditorium.
And is there a price? Is there an entry fee? Tell us a little bit.
It's $10 when you get there, basically. That's just because we actually have to pay rent to be at UE.
Okay. All right. So it's a $10 contribution to cover the cost of the space. So I want to encourage folks to go out in large numbers. Share with us your flyer if we don't already have it. We'll share it on our platform to help promote the event. I really, truly look forward to seeing you guys on the 22nd. I think it's going to be a great show. My cheekbones are hurting. I was laughing. I so glad I took myself off the camera because I was bawling like a goat. I was like, so I want to give you guys an opportunity to have your final words and with the audience and let them know how they can support you in any way in the future, if not just with Anansi versus Tiger, the show that's coming up on the 22nd.
Yes. Thanks. Should you be unfortunate enough to not be here on the 22nd and have time to go to UE, you should definitely follow us on Instagram. We are at improv.dominica. I think it was somewhere on the screen. And on there you will hear of all of the other things that we have planned potentially in the future. We are hoping that we can essentially take the show to other places, or generally do more. And as mentioned, we always are super happy to see new people who can learn to improvise with us. We're a pretty friendly group, as you can see. No one bites most of the time, And anyways, yes, please come support our show, and we're looking forward to seeing you there.
Wonderful. It was great having you guys on the show, and I wish you all the best on August the 22nd. You're welcome. You're welcome, guys. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye. And that was it, guys, for improv, Mission Improv. Improbable? Mission, what do they call themselves? Mission Improbable. Yes, that was it for them here this evening. That was a wonderful show. I was like, my cheekbones hurt a little bit. I was laughing so hard. What was your favorite part of the improv show that they just put on the little skit? Let us know in the comment section what you truly enjoyed. And hopefully you're gonna be at the UE Auditorium on August the 22nd at 6 p.m. for their one of a kind first, I guess their premiere show, Nancy versus Tiger, and battle of improvisation, and that's happening at UE. Thanks to the entire team that came out and spoke with us. Truly appreciated them sharing a little bit about. They always have something new. They always have something new up their sleeves, and I truly appreciate that. Make sure you share the live, guys, and let folks know this is something that's available. If you have teenagers in the home, playing video games all the time and making noise in the back, you can always send them, as long as they're 16 and above, send them to go and practice their vocal cords, improvising instead of causing trouble online in Fortnite. I'm talking for myself. Thanks, guys, for tuning in to the show. I will be back, I believe, on Thursday night. Thursday night, we got a show for you. Stay tuned. We got some exciting shows coming up on Run the Track and Talk. So stay tuned for that and lots more right here. I want to say big up. Thank you so very much to Samaj. And thanks to the Dominican Improv group for stopping by. Samaj, you're a darling. Love you guys. And until next time, I'm saying good night. Bye-bye.